All right, listen up, you bunch of useless assholes. Today we're going to find out once and for all which classic car is the king of them all. We've got everything from a 1967 Ford Mustang Jeep convertible to a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air coupe. Even that ridiculous-looking Volkswagen Beetle over there.
Jeremy, this is absolutely absurd. You can't just declare one car better than all others. That's like saying one type of cheese is superior to all other types.
Well, May, I suppose if you're into eating moldy cow juice for breakfast, then sure. But the fact remains that some cars are just objectively better than others.
All right, fine. What's your brilliant plan? Drive them all around a track and see which one breaks down first.
No. Much more exciting than that. We're going to have a proper old-fashioned demolition derby. But with a twist!
A twist? Oh, God help us.
Each car will be driven by an A programmed with the personality of a famous historical figure. And they'll all be trying to outdo each other in the most ridiculous ways possible.
So let me get this straight. We're going to watch a bunch of computer-controlled cars try to one each other while we sit here and laugh.
Exactly, it's genius. Now come on, help me set up the course.
As Jeremy and James begin to arrange various obstacles around the field, they argue over everything from the placement of cones to whether or not a particular tree should be considered an impediment.
This is stupid, you know that, right? We're just going to end up with a bunch of wrecked cars and no useful information.
Who cares about useful information? This is entertainment. Now come on, help me move this bloody hay bale.
You realize that at some point one of these AIs is going to decide it wants to kill us, right? I mean, we are talking about giving cars the personalities of people like Napoleon and Genghis Khan.
Poft, don't be such a worrywart. Besides, if any of them do try anything funny, we can always just unplug their brains.
Unplug their brains? Right, because that makes perfect sense. You know what? I'm going to go get some popcorn.
Good idea! Make sure it's extra buttery too!
As James walks away, Jeremy turns his attention back to the course. He is setting up for this ridiculous challenge. He begins muttering to himself about various historical figures and their supposed driving abilities.
All right, May, let's get this show on the road.
They climb into two nearby cars. Jeremy takes the wheel of the 1953 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, while James settles into the driver's seat of a 1964 Ford Falcon Futura. As they start their engines, the other vehicles around them begin to stir. They're A passengers coming online.
All right, you bunch of metal-headed morons. Let's see what you've got.
And with that, chaos erupts as the cars lurch forward, each one determined to outdo its competitors in the most spectacular ways possible. Jeremy and James watch from their respective vehicles, laughing hysterically as history's greatest minds turn an ordinary field into a battlefield of automotive absurdity.
This is actually kind of brilliant, you know that.
I know. Who needs boring old races when you can have this?
As the demolition derby reaches its climax, cars fly through the air, crash into obstacles, and generally wreak havoc on everything in sight. Through it all, Jeremy and James cheer them on, their laughter echoing across the field like some twisted symphony of madness.
All right, I admit it. This is better than any cheese tasting ever could be.
Damn right it is. Now come on, let's see who comes out on top.
And so, amidst the wreckage and mayhem, a winner emerges, not through skill or strategy, but sheer force of will. As Jeremy and James survey the damage, they can't help but feel a sense of pride at having created something truly unique.
Well, May, old boy, I think we've just invented a new sport.
Indeed we have, Clarkson. Indeed we have.